A couple of weeks ago, we built this laundry platform and recovered some space in between the two machines. We also need to support that work shelf that's just above the machines. So, this week, we're going to take care of that and gain some additional storage. Hello, YouTube. My name is Sammy, and welcome back to Sammy's Workshops. Stick around and see how we make center storage cabinet right here on Sammy's Workshops. Before we get to today's project, let's take a moment to talk about workshop safety. Be sure to read, understand, and follow all of the safety rules that come with both your hand and power tools. Knowing how to properly operate your tools and following these safety rules can significantly reduce the risk of damage and/or personal injury. And of course, there are no more important safety rules than to avoid loose clothing, long sleeves, and to wear safety glasses, hearing and respiratory protection as needed. Now let's get to today's project. Several weeks ago, we rebuilt the laundry area and raised the machines up off the floor for easier access. And in getting rid of those two side wing walls, as you'll recall, we gained a lot of space that was previously kind of lost in the corners and not easily accessible. Between the two machines, the space we wound up with is about 14.5 inches wide and tall enough to support that center shelf above the machines. It's about 40 inches tall. Basically, we're going to build a box here with a couple of adjustable shelves in the middle, and I am going to put a piece of 1/4-inch white melamine on the back of it in order to keep things from falling out of the back of it. So, the most important part about building a shelving unit with adjustable shelves is getting the shelf pin holes drilled accurately on both sides. Otherwise, your shelves are going to be cattywampus. I got this great jig from Wood River and a VIX bit, which is a self-centering drill bit, and with a lot of careful measuring and adjusting and some clamps to hold it in place, I got the holes drilled on both the front and back of the right and left side. Again, taking your time here, measure it 3 times and drill it once to make sure you get it right. I pre-cut the pieces first and then went ahead and clamped those in place and drilled them up. And then we got ready to assemble the box itself. Now, building a box isn't as easy as you might think. You got to be careful not to split the wood out on the ends and so on and so forth and get it put together square, and everything has to line up, especially in this case because it's going to fit into this laundry area very tightly. So I pre-drilled all the screw holes, countersunk them, and put everything together with my clamps, and we got the box built. That part, so far, so good. Next up, we're adding the 1/4-inch laminate backing material. Now, this is basically hardboard with a laminate or gel coat finish on one side, which that's fine. I put it on the back. I cut it slightly oversized. Again, countersunk all the screw holes, put them all in there so I wouldn't split anything. And then I came back with my rounder with a flush trim bit and flushed up the edges. Little light sanding to get rid of the fuzz, and we're ready to go to the next step. As you could see, before I put the backing on, the shelf pin holes are there, and yes, I checked, they all lined up just perfectly. We're coming into the home stretch on this project now. Took it inside, and the case fit in a little tightly. I had to lift the upper shelf just a smidge to slide it in there, and it's probably somewhere around a 1/16 of an inch too tall, but that's okay because it's not going to move. I didn't secure it in place with any screws, so it will be easy to remove in case the machines need servicing. Put some iron-on edging tape on all the edges, slid the shelves in, and we loaded it up. And voila, this piece is done. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like, subscribe, and click on the alert bell to get notified of new videos being uploaded. New videos should be posted usually every week, sometimes every other week, with a few others here and there as time and projects allow. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I have a website coming as well for the patterns I'll digitize and plans to download. Any special materials I used, you'll find those down in the comments and description below. There's a Patreon account if you'd like to support the channel that way. I also have a PayPal method of supporting the channel as well if you're not into the regular thing on PayPal, or on Patreon. I totally understand that. There will be some Amazon links to some of the tools and supplies I used if they're specialty ones. If you want to use the same ones, you can get them. And using those also does help support the channel. Big thanks to the folks at Amazon for that. Be sure to leave a comment or a suggestion. I'd love to know what you'd like to see here. I did start this channel to answer questions and to provide how-to advice based on past questions and comments from my family and friends. Thanks for stopping by. Do come again soon. And until next time, see ya.